Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy was talking about the FAA and the air traffic control system, and he was saying that it is former Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg's fault that there have been so many air traffic control issues. That the reason they're having issues is because the system's outdated and it wasn't upgraded properly, and is blaming Pete Buttigieg and the Biden administration. Now he's going on to say that they're still using floppy disks in some cases. They're using way outdated computers, and it should have all been upgraded in the last administration. However, it's not just the previous administration that has had a problem. Now, they've been trying for decades to upgrade the air traffic control computer system and to improve the technology, but funding has been one of the major issues, as every administration seems to not prioritize giving the air traffic control systems much needed funding for upgrades. But he's saying they're using floppy disks. Well, floppy disks were already on their way out in the mid 90s, and they stopped being produced in 2011, I believe. So they could have been upgraded at any point in between. We are talking multiple administrations. We're talking, possibly during the Clinton administration, the Bush administration, the Obama administration, or even during Trump's first term. If these things are such an issue now, how come Donald Trump didn't deal with it during his first term when nothing has changed? Simple, it wasn't an issue then. And that's not really the issue going on now. The bigger problem is they don't have enough air traffic controllers. And part of that is because they're not hiring air traffic controllers. They put a hiring freeze on, and then they walked it back and said, okay, we're going to try to hire air traffic controllers, but they still don't have nearly enough. And this has been an ongoing problem. And now that Donald Trump is in, they still don't have enough air traffic controllers, and it doesn't look like they're working toward fixing that issue. That would solve a lot of things in the short term. Now, I agree that they need to do some kind of a technology upgrade if they're still operating on systems that use floppy disks? Probably. But they need money for that, and that goes to Congress because Congress has the power of the purse. So we will see if there's any money for that in Donald Trump's new budget. I'm guessing not. But they're trying to blame all of the air traffic control issues that have happened since the beginning of this administration on the previous administration. That is a typical move from Donald Trump and this administration. Everything that goes wrong can be traced back to somebody else, and anything that goes right, he should get credit for. That's how they operate. So that's my take on it. They're just trying to blame Pete Buttigieg, in part because Buttigieg is one of the rising stars of the Democratic Party, and they're trying to smear him ahead of 2028.